Hi, I'm Eitimad Hashim. In this video, we are going to learn about aquatic or water ecosystems. As we mentioned in the previous video, world ecosystem or globe ecosystems are divided into land ecosystems and water ecosystem. In this lecture, we are dealing with water ecosystems. The water biomes or aquatic biomes account for the largest part of the biosphere. See here, the larger part is the water. As water biome zones cover almost 3 out of 4 of the Earth's surface, and the ocean is dominating most of it. The key factors determining biodiversity in aquatic ecosystems are temperature, dissolved oxygen contents, availability of food, availability of light and nutrients, all the things that are necessary for the photosynthesis. So depending upon the physical and chemical differences, depending on the amount of dissolved salt, the water ecosystem divided into fresh water ecosystem and salt or marine water ecosystem. And here you can see the distribution of the world major water sources, either lake, coral reef, rivers, oceans, estuaries, intertidal zone, whatever. All these are the distribution of the world major water sources. Generally, the freshwater ecosystem include or divide into ponds and lakes, and then streams and rivers and wetlands. And the marine ecosystem includes the rivers of the coastal areas of marshes and swamps and coral reef, as the deep and vast oceans in addition to coral reef and estuaries. Here are the marine ecosystems. So the division between freshwater and marine water depends on the chemical and physical characteristic, that is depend on the amount of the salt concentration. Freshwater with very low of salt, marine with more salt. So examples for freshwater: ponds or freshwater include ponds, lakes, streams, rivers, and wetlands, while marine waters include oceans, coral reef, and estuaries. Freshwater is defined as having low salt concentration, usually less than 1%, and freshwater is located all over the planet geographically, but mainly most of the freshwater are found in North America, and only 3% of the water on the earth, less than 3% of the water in the earth are found as fresh water. So plants and animals in the fresh water just adapted to low salt content and will not be able to survive in area with more salt concentration like oceans. Let us have a look at freshwater ecosystem, and for the first one is ponds and lakes. The ponds and lakes are different in the range and size. From just few square meters, the ponds only few square meters to thousands of square of kilometers the lakes. They are the same, but they are different in the size. Also, they are different in the seasonality. Ponds may be seasonal, lasting just a couple of months, while lakes can exist for hundreds of years or more. Also, let us look at the different levels of the ponds and lakes, because they are divided into 3 different zones determined by the depth and distance. And it is very important to differentiate between the levels of freshwater and the levels of the marine or salt water. For freshwater, the ponds and lakes, for example, and the rest of them, they are divided into littoral zone, limitic zone, and profundal zone. Littoral zone just can walk on near the shore, and limitic zone receive high amount of light, and profundal zone where the light reflected and then few amount of the light are here in that place. So the littoral zone is near the shore, and aquatic life is diverse and abundant in this area. But because littoral zone is shallow, then any material or nutrient can run off, or fertilizer can run off from the littoral zone to the water, to the lakes and ponds. And the dumping of this runoff of fertilizer or waste lead to the nutrient enrichment in the lakes. So we have two types of the lakes: oligotrophic lakes and eutrophic lakes. And oligotrophic lakes are nutrient poor, generally oxygen rich, and eutrophic lakes are nutrient rich were depleted, or there is less oxygen, especially during the winter, because each one will be characterized by specific plants and animals. That is why we are looking at this. But according to the zones, the littoral zone is near the shore, and the aquatic life is very diverse and abundant in this area. So in the littoral zone, you can find fish, snails, frogs, whatever, turtles, amphibians, and also rooted and aquatic plants are found, and vegetation. So the littoral zone are food for other crustacea such as turtle, snakes, and bats also can live in the shallow water. Then the second part is the limitic part, the well-lighted region called limitic region. Also littoral is very well lighted. So in this area live the aquatic animals and plants that need sunlight, like plankton, phytoplankton. They are found as the anchor for the food chain, and also there are a variety of fishes that are found in this area. The second example for freshwater ecosystem is streams and rivers. Streams and rivers. There are also small difference between stream and rivers. Streams start in the mountain. Rivers start when many tributaries join. When many running water join together, they form a river. So streams run swiftly, and they often shallow and contain cold water, while rivers are generally wider, run slower, and contain warmer water. So there is a specific life in the streams different from the rivers according to their characteristics. In the streams you will find trout and minnows fish that need high amount of dissolved oxygen and can survive in the cold water, while in the rivers you will find fish like catfish and crab that live in the river, that are generally slower moving and have lower level of dissolved oxygen. Also regarding the plants, mosses, because slow waves, so mosses anchor themselves to the rock, so they can be found in that area with very high runoff in the streams. But river, because it is slow, so the nutrients will be dumped from the surrounding into the river and affect the growth of the organism in the stream. So each one got specific characteristics. The last area or example for freshwater ecosystem is wetlands. Wetlands is a habitat that is inundated by water, by stand water for some time. So it supports also different kinds of plants adapted to water saturated soil. So the wetlands are among the most productive biome on the earth. Importance of the wetlands: they absorb water, they filter water, they provide habitats for so many types of animals that can come and stay in that place. Wetlands are divided into marshes and swamps and bogs in addition to vents. These are all of them considered as wetland. But the difference is the type of the plants that are survive in that area. Let's see. The swamps dominated by woody plants fed by groundwater or surface water. So what you will find when the stand water with woody plants, that means it is a swamp. Marshes dominated by soft stem vegetation. Small vegetation, soft stem vegetation, and also can be fed by the groundwater or by the surface water. But fence are bead-forming wetland and fed by nearby drains such as streams or rivers. But it is a bead-forming wetlands. Definitely the wetlands is is dominated by a lot of kinds of animals, invertebrates and vertebrates like bears, and then also invertebrates like crustacea, and some aquatic insects are found there, in addition to carnivores, and in addition to different types of hydrophytes plants, they are found in this area. So we finish from the first part, which is freshwater ecosystem that have less than 1% of the salt concentration. Now we are with the marine or salt ecosystem that have more than 1% salt concentration, very salty area. So the marine ecosystem include oceans, coral reef, estuaries, all of them, and then we will go through all of them. As you know, oceans cover 2/3 of the Earth's surface. So the evaporation, so oceans provide us with rain because it is vast area, and this vast area provide rain or water for all the land. At the same time, they also provide us with oxygen, because the algae, the plants that are found in the ocean, can easily absorb carbon dioxide and then release oxygen for the earth. So they are so important. But it is very important, as I said, to differentiate between the zonation between the freshwater and the marine water. The marine water got 4 zones: intertidal, where the tide go up and down, and then Belgic, this is the open area for the sun, and then when the light just reflect, it will be abyssal zone, and then the deep area or pensic zone. The diversity of species is not great in the oceans. They great in terms of other aquatic area, but they are very few compared to one from the earth. So you can find such as plankton, because it's an aquatic ecosystem, or zooplanktons, a lot of zooplanktons, some phytoplanktons are found there. Also a lot of fishes like nekton, free swimming organisms, they are found, and some turtles, some whales, a lot of kinds of organisms are found. But in the dense region, or in the floor or the ground, there are pensic organisms live attached to the hard surface, like mussels and barnacles, they are found there. So regarding the second area in the aquatic ecosystem, coral reef. Coral reef is shallow, and coral reef found in shallow oceans, and they are built by corals, by the animals, corals, teeny animals, corals, and they built that reef for themselves to serve as, but it serves also as a habitat for many diverse organisms. So we call it coral bulbs. So the attachment of the coral bulbs, the construction of and branching of coral bulbs, they are create coral reef. So the coral bulbs form a hard and stony branching structure made of limestones. It's created by the coral animals, So new bulbs attached to the old coral and gradually built a reef, and then the other organism find it a good habitat for reproduction, for protection, for staying, and it's very nice area, and also people use it for ecotourism, because it is very colorful and so many fishes and color animals were coming in and around in this area. So for the coral reef need a specific climate. They require 2 things: warm water and sunlight, and also shallow water. warm and shallow water. In order to be warm, supposed to be provided with sunlight. Most of the coral reef found between 30° north and 30° south of the equator. And here this map show the global distribution of the coral reef, where coral reef are found. There are 3 types of the coral reef, or 4 types, or more than, but the most important or the main types of the coral reef we will go through. The first one is shrinking reefs that do not grow near the coastal line around an island. But near the coastal line, we call it shrinking reef. Then there are a barrier reef, but this one is parallel to the coastal line and separated by deep water lagoon from the sea or the ocean. Atoll reefs, these always have ring shape or semi-ring shape, and also always associated with submergence from mud blank or from volcanic eruption. Also, there are some patches reefs, small reefs. They are maker reefs or built for them an ecosystem, but a small one isolated from each other, and they are found on the platform. The most important thing is that coral reef is a house or a home for so many animals of fish and coral, and also different types of coral, mollusks and seaweed, in addition to sea snake and turtle and moths. All of the animals, they are coming and visiting the coral reef and reproduce in the area. So it is very rich area with a lot of species of animals and plants, aquatic animals and aquatic plants. The last zone in the water ecosystem or aquatic ecosystem is estuaries. The estuaries is an area in which fresh water from the river come and being in contact with the salt and mix with the salt water from an ocean. It is a transition from land to the ocean. It's a transition area from land to the ocean. So it got as a name in different places. Yeah, some people call it a bay, some people call it sounds, lagoon, harbor, and so on. As there is a gradient or gradual change in the salinity, so the water is called brackish or mixture of fresh and salt water. And when it is just near by the river, it have from 0 to 5 parts per thousand unit for salinity, ppt, and in the middle the estuaries, you will find the salinity being up from 5 to 25, and then towards the ocean it will be more than 25 parts per thousand of the salt. It's so salty because it is transition from fresh water to the salt water. So for the transition state, we will call it brackish. But it is very rich ecosystem with high productivity and biodiversity, as the fast-moving rivers and waves carry nutrients and rich particles and make sediments in the estuary. When water slows down and then it accumulates in that area, so it being a very rich area for place for the plants to grow, such as mangroves. Also, the place being a home for a variety of a lot of animals, species breeding fish, and the crabs and other mammals and reptiles. A lot of source of animals are found there. Therefore, if we are just you have to memorize what you have to memorize. You have to memorize the different classification of water according to the chemical and physical characteristic into fresh water and marine water, and then to take the example for fresh water and marine water and the characteristic of fresh water and marine water and the animals and plants that are found at these places. So thank you so much. Please don't forget to subscribe if you like the video, and or share and comment by pressing the button. Thank you so much, and see you in the next lecture.